Wow, that's bright. Well, looks like it's working. Cool, cool, cool. I don't have chats. That's where that's gotta go. All right. We are live currently. We are going to be discussing a few of the different teams, a little bit of what's been going on throughout the days. Oh, man. Yeah. I'll scoot over a little bit here. So, of course, the most recent breaking news, the Raiders are adding Chandler Jones. Don't know the exact deal, but they are shipping Yannick Ngakoue over to the Indianapolis Colts in exchange for cornerback Rock Ya-Sin. So the Raiders are looking to enforce their secondary while trading off on Yannick, who they, despite having a multi-sack season, or a double-digit sack season, excuse me, has my opinion a little tendency to overplay the run, and obviously they feel more comfortable with Chandler Jones than Yannick. So it looks like it's going to be pay him roughly 3-year, $51 million. Whoo! What's that? Probably banking around a $17 million annual salary. Jones doing Jones things. 7 seasons of double-digit sacks on his career, so Chandler is a very consistent edge rusher. While Indianapolis is hoping to pair Ngakoue with DeForest Buckner and Kwity Paye, as they say there. With a salary cap space of approximately $31.7 million, this places the Raiders at 4th in total cap space. Of course, that $17 million is not going to be a flat $17 million hit on the cap. As we get more details, we'll examine that contract a little better. A little surprising, Teron Armstead still out there, the number 1 tackle there at 31 years old. A little bit of an injury history, but when he is healthy, he is a dominant force. Looks like, according to related articles, he's thinking about returning to the Saints, but let's see if we can get an expected contract. Oops. Ah. PFF had me. Sports Track Market Value Tracker. Let's take a look here. Really? Saints have traded Michael Thomas to the Washington Commanders for a 2022 second round pick. Well, I'll say is this from Twitter? Do we have a source? See if we can Michael Thomas. I'm about to say, are you messing with me, Jameson? I think you messing with me, Jameson. I'm not seeing it. Who's your team, Jameson? Let's Let's take a look here. Have I gotten market value? Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. Trying to find what I'm looking for. But I'm not seeing anything on Michael Thomas, Jameson. We're going to get to that 4-year, $84 million deal by Christian Kirk and the Jaguars, though. Absolutely ridiculous overpayment for a wide receiver. A lot of people talking about this, though. Deshaun Watson potentially going to the Saints. Yeah, you pulling my leg. We're going to make sure we keep up, though, following Twitter. Seeing this one of those ones. They have market values on some of the players, but not all. Perfect. That will do. That will do. So with that being said, do we have... Whew, site's having some issues, it would appear. I think PFF has something on it. There we go. Our projected contract's only available for edge players. Edge. Wonder how much it takes. I wonder how much it takes. Oh, $9.99 a month? Are you serious right now? Oh, fuck out of here with that shit. The fuck out of here with that shit. Bet you that's probably gonna be over the cap's probably gonna be my best bet. Does not appear so. Let's see. APY. Annual player pay yearly, I'm guessing. But I don't know if that's a projection or if that's just based on previous contract details. Oh, PFF ain't gonna give me shit. I'm looking for expected contracts. Struggling, son. struggling. I really am trying to get that estimated contract is what I'm really looking for right now. Seems my computer is struggling. Really trying to see if I can find this. I feel like there's got to be something. All right. Moving on though, with Teron Armstead still out there, it definitely leaves some question marks. Considering, like it said, he was at one point the highest played player they had. Just leaves a lot of question marks on why he hasn't been signed yet. Available, so the number 2 free agent was signed. See, Devontae Adams receiving the tag, which we all know projects. See, some of their projected contracts. That's crazy. How some it won't. Rip. It's very unfortunate. Oh, so Teron Armstead. Ooh, like they said, Indianapolis signing would probably be really great. I don't know how Indianapolis's left tackle position is looking, but considering they have the most cap space out of any team this year, strong likelihood Teron ends up there. Chris Godwin, thought he received a franchise tag. Did he not? I don't want. I want. Oh, I don't want still available. We're gonna run over all that too. More free agency. I want all the signings. Hmm. Let's see. I keep digging for information. I'm literally trying to find something on NFL about it, but see, that's okay, that's what it is. So That's unfortunate how they did that. I don't like that at all. But all right.
Let's welcome in our wide receiver and from a front office.
No, we're not welcoming Steve Smith Sr., even though I do like Steve Smith Sr. It's basically the same list I have here.
Men, listen up. When it comes to keeping your privates in tip-top shape, use Manscaped's Lawnmower 4.0.
Oh, Teron Armstead, though, a little curious why he hasn't fallen with a team yet, but, you know, I'm sure we will see that eventually. Market value, I doubt that's actually right. Falcons have emerged as a sleeper team to acquire Deshaun Watson, according to Adam Schefter. Ooh. Give us all the dirt, Adam. Gotta follow Adam. Oh, they've told Matt Ryan, too. Higgins, Joe Flacco, Uchenna Nwosu, 2-year, $20 million. Wow, that's actually kind of important. So I guess he's coming in to replace Bobby. It's a big shoe to fill in. Landon Collins, Matt Ioannidis is up. Lots of big names coming onto the free. See, that's the problem is there's a lot of people coming onto the free agent market right now. However, there's not enough money to go around, in my opinion. So I don't really know how they're gonna do that, but might set a background image like that one guy kind of liked what he had going on. Not that one though. Kind of really like that. Let's see. Add an image. Background. Okay. Browse. Downloads. Background. Okay, I like it. I really like that actually. I'm gonna center that like that. I like that actually. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Very nice. Alerts. Okay. I don't think I want Chrome to pop up, but all right. Going back to what we were talking about. Get my YouTube comments back up. So Teron Armstead still being the number one free agent out there and not being signed. Let's see if we can find some dirt on why he has not been signed yet. I find it quite interesting in my opinion. but you know, let's see. Can we find Teron? Okay, well, their free agent year 2022. So I put name Teron Armstead, value average of $23 million per year, value 95 over 4 years. So are we really expecting about a $23 million hit or $93 million for Teron Armstead? Definitely. I mean, he's played really good football. Why hasn't Teron Armstead signed? All right, Pro Football Network has an article. Let's see what. So apparently, a lot of people are waiting on the Deshaun Watson front before making the move on Teron Armstead. Case in point, if they bring Deshaun Watson to New Orleans, then Teron Armstead will more than likely definitely come back because it instantly makes the Saints a potential playoff contender. That being said, as well, looking at where is my cap space? So in our cap space, you have the Raiders, who have. Let's see. Draft Network and PFF. So, with that being said, tackle. Ugh, too many instances. So let's first examine our cap space situation here. So with the team's cap space availability, we are looking at approximately, I don't know, we'll say top 10 teams maybe have the money to sign him. So with that being said, let's look at the top 5. Jets, Raiders, Bears, Seahawks, Colts. Oh, excuse me. Who's in need of some offensive tackle help? Control F. Tackle. Too many. The Colts are in need of some tackle help. The Dolphins are in need of tackle help. The Jets. I don't really see many of them making that move per se. The Bears could use a tackle. I found it really weird that Teron has not signed yet. With that being said, I feel like he actually really does want to return to New Orleans. However, New Orleans is doing terrible in cap space at the moment. I don't think they really have the money to sign him. I don't know where all their money's allocated right now. Looks like they have about approximately $13 million in dead money. Not the greatest, but that's not terrible considering like places like Philadelphia who have $36 million in dead cap. Chicago's got $48 million in dead cap. So crazy thing, Chicago Bears ranked 3rd in cap standing at $30.3 million, while still having, I think, leading the league in dead cap money. Yeah, leading the league at 48.6 or Yeah, 48.6 million in dead cap. So definitely very interesting to say the least. But Tehran, I really, I don't know why. He definitely is probably looking for at this stage in a career, he's probably trying to make a Super Bowl run. With that being said, I don't see Indy as the place. Seattle's not the place. Chicago, they don't have the quarterback. The Raiders have a legitimate shot. However, I don't know if the Raiders are really looking at this time. Oh my God, where are the Raiders? I hate their Las Vegas now. But the Las Vegas Raiders doesn't seem like they're really looking for. Yeah, it does. Nothing on my thing says they're looking for tackle help, so I don't see the Raiders making the bid. The Jets need it, but they're not a serious Super Bowl contender, which leaves the Carolina Panthers. So I'm going to put my money right now on the Carolina Panthers being the ones to sign Teron Armstead. Divisional opponent. I mean, Teron, like I said, I think he really wants to go back to New Orleans, and he wants New Orleans to get Deshaun Watson for that reason. However, given the cap situation, I don't know how they would fit Deshaun's cap as well as a new deal for Toronto, which of course the early years would be the easy years contract wise, probably with a back heavy load. But at this moment, we have New Orleans sitting at approximately 2.4 million over the cap. Really not a lot of room to work with. But I guess we will see. With that, we're going to move on down the list. I know I've spent quite a bit of time there on Teron Armstead. We were also just trying to get a feel. So our number 2, according to NFL list, was J.C. Jackson, who of course came off the market the other day to the Los Angeles Chargers. J.C. Jackson, of course, has been one of the better corners in the league for the New England Patriots for a while. At 26, he's young in his prime. 25 picks to his career so far in, was it 5 seasons, I believe. Definitely going to be a huge asset to that Charger defense, bringing in Khalil Mack to pair with Joey Bosa and J.C. Jackson to lock down the number 1 corner. Going to be absolutely a lethal tandem or combo, those three. Of course, the deal being a 5-year, $82.5 million, including $40 million in guaranteed. So we have a huge deal. Let's see if we can get the J.C. Jackson contract deal information inside the J.C. Jackson deal. With that being said, let's take a look at the Chargers cap situation. So Los Angeles Chargers, I don't know if it's how often this is updated, but the Chargers are sitting at 23.367 million. I'm going to guess this is updated pretty regularly right now. Of course, trending players, Baker having a goodbye message, Carl Nassib being cut by the Las Vegas Raiders, Yannick Ngakoue. Oh my God, Yannick Ngakoue being traded by the Las Vegas Raiders as well. And we don't care about Matt Chapman for the Toronto Blue Jays. Trending right now. But anyway, so Las Vegas Raiders sitting pretty nice cap-wise still, ranking number 7 in the league with that J.C. Jackson deal. Looks like approximately $25 million on signing bonus, so it's going to take a huge, nice chunk off of that. Wow, his 2022 base salary only $3 million, so that is a steal. Of course, the very next year jumping to $12 million. Still, in my opinion, a great price for JC. $2 million roster bonus for 2024. So as long as he makes it to the 3rd year of his deal, he gets another $2 million signing. Wow, 2024, 3rd year of the deal. Honestly, still only 12.375. Great. Next year of the deal, 2025, it actually goes down. So he's got a mid-heavy contract, but it's so kind of base, 12 million a year for 5 years, honestly, for a number one corner. Uh, I wouldn't be too upset by that deal. Actually, I think that's a great deal, a great signing by the Chargers. That's going to get an A plus from me, honestly. Let's see what else. Yeah, someone else gave it A plus grade, which I definitely agree with. Moving on to number 3 on our list, we're going back to unsigned players. We have Von Miller still waiting in the wings to see who he's going to go to. I think this is another one where he really wants to go somewhere. He wants to go to Denver. As someone who lived in Colorado, lived an hour away from Denver, he loved Denver. He was always a Denver guy. And he's very loved even still after leaving the Denver community. They still love him there. Von Miller, again, is a game changer in 2021 playoffs. 4 sacks, 22 pressures, almost identical to his playoff run in 2015, which, of course, he was named the MVP of Super Bowl 50. He brings the run defense. He's an all-around player at 33, a little older than we would like him to be. As a Ravens fan, I would, of course, kind of like him to come to Baltimore. However, the realistic side of it is more than likely not going to happen. With that said, the higher odds that he ends up back in Denver or, oh my God, ends up in Denver or in LA. Denver, though, only happens if Deshaun Watson ends up in Denver or another high tier or playoff caliber quarterback. Let's see. Do we have some numbers on Von Miller? Let's take a look here. NFL market value. So Vaughn, an average of $10 million on a 2-year deal expected. So 2-year, $20 million, of course, broke up over. We'll get a more realistic expectation of that once we get the actual contract, I should say. With that said, those are my 2 landing places for Von Miller. I don't see him really moving around too much. There could be a dark horse candidate in the mix wherever Deshaun Watson does go. However, cap space really hurting teams this year. We're finally getting some money back from the COVID season. However, we're not really back to where we want to be. Realistically, cap wise, again, I don't even know how we signed Marcus Williams, but I am extremely happy for the signing. Let's go ahead and just move on. So number 4 is on NFL's free agent ranking list is actually Carlton Davis, who was brought back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a 3-year, $45 million deal with $30 million guaranteed. Carlton at 25, again, another young prospect, just like J.C. Jackson in his prime. I didn't really follow Carlton Davis too much. I'm going to get the contract details as we speak. Carlton Davis contract. Let's take a look here. Man, my PC is struggling. I think we will close Twitter. I'll find my news. Let's get that contract info. So looks like 2022, a base salary of $4.5 million, jumping in 2023 to 14.5, and then lowering by $500,000 in 24 to 14 million flat. Signing bonus of $3 million each season. Cap hits of $8 million, $18 million, and $17 million. Honestly, good deal. It seems like JC. Honestly, I would prefer the J.C. Jackson deal over the Carlton Davis deal. It just seems better. I'm trying to see that cap hit on J.C. Jackson's actually. If you give me just a moment here, I'm going to see if I can get this cap hit number for J.C. I mean, that I can't believe how little he's being paid in the first year, but it is because so much of that signing bonus money, so it is understandable. Man, why can I not find? Let's see. There you go. Cap hit of 8 million 2022, 17 million. So approximately the same cap hit. Not too much difference there. So approximately the same deal. Either way, to lock up a number one corner for that long, honestly, I feel that the J.C. Jackson deal is still better just based because of length. If J.C. Jackson continues to play at that level for 5 years, yes, he may come back and I'll argue for a new contract. But if he's still playing that well after 3 years, then he deserves the pay increase. You might be able to actually keep him for that full 5 years as a number one starting corner. And even if he drops after 3 years to a number two corner, still probably worth the money, as, we're probably going to see the continuing trend of NFL revenue increasing, therefore cap numbers increasing every year, at least my opinion. Whoever's coming in for the view, I appreciate you coming in. This is going to be my first stream for NFL free agency and hopefully for the draft. Last year we did a draft stream, but did not get many views. Carlton Davis, though, another really good corner, prototypical skills, and yeah. So number 5, again, another one that's already came off the board. Chandler Jones earlier today signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. 3-year, $51 million deal. Let's see. I doubt there are details of this contract yet, but we are going to try to see if we can find it. Chandler Jones. Yeah, we know 3-year, $51 million. We're going to close that one. I feel like that window is what's causing issues. Come on. Are you going to give me any more details here? The Raiders also snagged former defensive tackle from the Bears, Bilal Nichols. Okay. So nothing really else about that deal. However, we do know with that deal, they are trading Yannick Ngakoue over to the Indianapolis Colts, and the Colts are sending Roxanne over to the Raiders. So the Raiders are building. I like Chandler Jones over Yannick, but I think minuscule in my opinion. I don't know what Yannick was being paid, but I feel like this is more of a personal coaching choice that they enjoyed Chandler over Yannick. Moving on to our number 6 on the list, Tyrann Mathieu, another head scratcher that hasn't been signed yet. There was a lot of talk about him coming over to the Baltimore Ravens. However, as you know, we signed Marcus Williams from the New Orleans Saints yesterday, so Tyrann is now looking for a new home. Let's see. BRB. I will be right back. I'm going to have to... BRB.
You were able to kind of work on some of the chemistry things on and off the field. And for it to turn out this way, bitterly disappointing.
3rd and 3. Clowney gets to Roethlisberger.
Nice inside move by Clowney right here. You're going to see him go inside of Okorafor. He's going to take him upfield. 1-2. Come back inside, clean the hands off of him. Nice pass rush by Jadeveon Clowney.
All right, back on it.
Here's Matthew, his golf shirts, his killer chip shot, and how he lost 86 pounds on Noom weight.
Hey,
Matthew has always fought with his weight.
when I went to the doctors, it was just a very
Oh, all right. Let's get back on this. So, Tyrann Mathieu. Where does he fit is really the question now. See, that's a tough one. I don't know where they like. Oops. Was reading up about the Chargers and the Broncos. They're signing Randy Gregory, which is why Von Miller is hesitant, I guess. Or there's a little hesitation to bring Von Miller back to Denver. Tyrann, though, where does Tyrann land is really the question. Like, fits for Tyrann Mathieu. Let's see. Best fits. We're going to play.
He's Tyrann Mathieu.
I don't think I'll get in too much trouble. I guess we'll find out, right? So we're going to play a video
Tops
here.
that list. D Hall, find a hole. Yeah, and some veteran guys, and I think about Tyrann Mathieu and his skill set. Right? It's to go and get the football. Thinking of that Minnesota Vikings secondary, Minnesota's defense was pretty bad last year. And a guy like Tyrann Mathieu, he's a magnet for the football. Ed Donatel, the new defensive coordinator down there.
So they're talking about they think Tyrann Mathieu is going to be a really good fit for the Minnesota Vikings. In my opinion, Tyrann's very competitive. I think he wants to win championships. I don't see him going to Minnesota. Just I feel like a lot of players don't have a lot of faith in Kirk Cousins to win a championship. Tyrann might be at this point though in his career where he wants the fucking bag. He wants the money. So I wouldn't be if he goes there, he's going there for money, I'd say. But
and Minnesota's going to run a lot of quarters. He kind of stems from that Vic Fangio mindset of really putting his players in position to be around the football. I think that's a great spot for Tyrann Mathieu, somewhere he can go and now highlight his skill set, and that's going to get that football.
Yeah,
Minnesota Vikings not having cap space.
I thought the Ravens at first. I thought New Orleans.
Yeah, that's right. He ain't coming to Baltimore. Even though I was a little excited, hoping he kind of was coming to Baltimore, but he's not coming to Baltimore because we signed Marcus Williams.
There's a guy being from Louisiana down there to go, and they both signed safety. So with me, I'm going to go ahead and stick with you. I think the Vikings are in need of a play. If he's covering,
that's not happening.
The balls. Talked about this during one of our.
That's not happening. Sorry, I hate to burst your bubble, but I don't see that Tyrann Mathieu going to Minnesota. I do not know if, even though they really need a safety, I just don't think they have the cap space to afford him. I mean, they might be able to work some kind of deal out, but no, not happening. Sorry. Is this just their video again? I bet you it is. It was hilarious.
Still going. No.
Where is it playing this video?
I was conditioned to.
Crazy. All right, here we are. Oh, bless you. Talking about the Jets. The New York Jets, of course, do have the cap space to be making moves. Safety listed as one of their primary needs. Tyrann Mathieu to the Jets. Not as competitive as he would like them, in my opinion. However, I could kind of see him in New York a little bit in that gang green. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Let me see. What about... so the Broncos could use a little bit of safety help, it would look like. So maybe the Broncos bring him in. Divisional opponent, kind of. I could maybe see that happening. Do the Bears need safety? They do not. The Colts are not in need of safety yet. Oh, excuse me. And Seattle? Nope. I could really see that, actually, to the Jets, potentially. Panthers? How are they on? Nope. They just need tackle and quarterback, really. Yeah, I could definitely see that one happening. How's Dallas? Dallas is okay. No, Dallas could use a safety, too. So that's my bet right now. Tyrann Mathieu either joining the Cowboys or joining the Jets, even though there's they think the Vikings are going to take him. I don't see him going to the Vikings unless the Vikings show him the bag. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. My boy Tyron. Let's see if there's any news on him. See, he's predicted to the Jets in that one too. And while the Chiefs GM says he wants to retain Matthews, sounds like they're not really offering him the money that he wants, is what I'm kind of the vibe I'm getting. But we will see. So projected to add up to this. Is he on that list? No, he's not on that list. Okay. This must be NFC. Nope, not NFC. Oh, yeah, I think he's going to the Jets. That's my guess. Or returning to KC, depending on the deal he gets. Woot woot. But let's take a look here. So moving on, number 7 down the list. We're going to check to Twitter. See if there's anything new breaking. Breaking. The Titans are releasing Julio Jones. Breaking news on that. 10 minutes ago, according to NFL on Twitter. I'll say, is that yep, it already made it. Wow. Releasing Julio after one season. Is it because of the money? Let's take a look here. Yep, they're saving $9.5 million on the cap space. Which, let's go take a look. Tennessee Titans ranking 24th at just $720,000. They probably desperately needed that cap space as a release. So, very interesting. Now we get to add Julio Jones to the mix and see where he's going to fit. Based on teams that need wide receiver help, Julio probably going to look for a championship. Ooh, could go down to Tampa and join Tom Brady. Ooh. Could go join the Chiefs, Dolphins. Julio's made the bag. Julio wants a ring. Julio's going to a contender. With that being said, like I said, Chiefs, the Buccaneers, the Raiders. I mean, I don't think they really need it, but the Saints, again, if they get Deshaun Watson, Julio going to play twice a year against the Falcons, could totally see that happening. I mean, even if he goes to the Panthers, I could see him potentially going, people love this go play against my former team 2 times a year deal. So, wow, Julio, though, a lot of options. They need a wide receiver help, but they need the cap space. Man, I mean, the Panthers got the money too. Raiders got the money. Man, Denver doesn't really need it, though. They need a tight end over everything. Surprised we haven't seen a tight end traded yet to him. Wow. I am blown away by that one. Who is number 7 on our list today? Oh, number 7's off and already taken. So number 7, we're going to be addressing Marcus Williams, my guy, coming to Baltimore. Oh, couldn't be more excited about that deal. Yes, he gave up that play to Stephon Diggs, but since has become such a reliable safety. Um, I'm very ecstatic about the deal. I see with Don Wink Martindale gone and oh my gosh, I forgot Mac McDonald taken over from Michigan. I see a slight change in our philosophy as a defense. As he said, he's going to simplify things while still giving these pre-snap different looks. I'm really excited to hopefully see some just more cover ones, single high safety, and really getting Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey back and healthy, which will allow us hopefully to play Baltimore style football. With that said, I also love the Marcus Williams signing. He's very healthy, has stayed that way consistently throughout his career. Watching the tape seems like a great, despite those missed tackles, when he gets an arm on you, he's a very good wrap-up tackler. And watching his tape, I saw some bigger hits that I really thought would have, with that style led to injury, but has not. So again, ecstatic about the signing of Marcus Williams to the Ravens, as well as the Morgan Moses signing, which we'll probably get to here shortly. But yeah, Marcus Williams, the 25-year-old, 6'1", 195-pound safety coming to Baltimore. So excited about that. Number 8 on the list, still out there for teams, is going to be Allen Robinson. Allen, there was a lot of talk about him coming to Baltimore last year. I love the guy, but did not want him coming to Baltimore. I've had a lot of faith in our young wide receivers for quite some time. Allen going into, looks like his 8th or 9th year into the league, drawing interest from the Browns, Jets, Lions, and Raiders. A lot of, again, the Browns, Jets, Lions, and Raiders. Browns do need wide receiver, kind of. Well, not really. After bringing in, they don't really need it. Because they have, I mean, Samari Cooper, Scantling, People Choice. I mean, yeah, they could use another wide receiver, but not really. A little surprised Allen Robinson hasn't drawn any talks from. Well, just excuse me. Browns, Jets, Lions, Raiders. Huh. All good teams. I'm guessing he's getting ready to take a huge pay cut because Allen Robinson was looking for the money not too long ago, I thought. Darius Leonard's trying to recruit him over to Indianapolis. It's a tough one. I've never been a huge fan of, I mean, I know he's really, really good, but I don't know, just not my type of guy. Oh, man, my neck hurts. I'm probably going to be done soon, honestly. My neck is killing me today. So with that, we move to number 9 on the list. I don't really see the fit for him. There's just wide receivers. There's a lot to go on, and I feel like wide receivers, some of these free agents, we're going to see them sitting probably until the NFL draft, after today or probably after Friday. With the draft coming up, what is it, April? Oh, it's at the end of April. So, I mean, maybe, but I think by Friday we're going to see the free agency market or free agency period die down quite a bit. And as such, excuse me, a lot of these free agents are going to be sitting, waiting for teams to see how they draft. You know, if a first round wide receiver falls into your lap, you're going to take it, as you know, and then you don't want to regret that free agent signing. Definitely a lot of teams, though, like the Ravens, we like to kind of fill as many holes as we can via the free agent. Very smart signings, though. We like our compensatory picks. So that when we do get to the draft, we can take a more best player available mentality, which, of course, has played off for quite some time for my Ravens. 9 and 10 free agent signings off the board. Number 9 being Emmanuel Ogbah of the Miami Dolphins. Returned to the Dolphins on a 4-year, $65.4 million deal. Let's see if we can get some details on that. Not really the details I was looking for. Emmanuel Ogbah at 25. And he's been pretty good. He's been solid over, the past 4 years or so that he's been in the league. Let's take a look. 6'4", 275 in the league for 6 years at this point. He's been a staple of that line for quite some time. Let's see. Ended last season with 9 sacks. Same thing with his 2020 season. 12 passes deflected, though, in 2021. That is a unsung number and really shows that even if he's not getting to the quarterback, he is either generating pressure or affecting the quarterback, which is great. So Emmanuel Ogbah, again, 4 years, $65.4 million. Let's take a look at that cap hit. I really just misspelled and butchered the shit out of that. Let's see. Signing bonus of 13 with a signing bonus each year of 3.2. Salary 4. So his cap hit at 7.6 in 2022. That's a great salary cap hit. So in 2023, he gets $15 million in guaranteed salary, bringing his cap hit to 18.6 in 2024. So he's got a weird deal every other year. So this year it's going to be low, 7.6 million cap hit. Then in 2023, it's going to go at 18.6. Then in 2024, $4 million of his salary is guaranteed against injury, bringing his cap hit down to 14.93. So it goes down $4 million in 2024 before expanding in the 5th year to a $20 million. So I guarantee you this is more in realistic a 2-year to 3-year deal. Let me see here. Yeah, 4-year deal. So probably after the 2nd year, 18.6 million, he has to basically produce double-digit sacks or close to it. I mean, in 2024, that's nice. It does go down, so they get a relief. So this is more of a 3-year deal than a 4-year deal. In that 4th year, I don't expect Miami to really honor through of it. Okay, there it is. Yep. If he doesn't live up to his contract after the first 2 years, they can cut him and only leave 6.5 in dead. So basically, they leave his $4 million roster. his signing bonus, basically, is what it is. So they only have to pay a 3.25 million signing bonus. So the 6.5, that's where they get the dead money from. That's not a bad deal, honestly. So if he really doesn't produce after 2 seasons and you really don't want him for the third, you can cut him. But in my opinion, you cut him, you save 6.5 million, or and so you incur 6.5 million. I mean, 3 million dead cap per season, and saving potentially 14. I don't know. I'd just keep him for the third, cut him for the fourth for sure. Fourth one, you're gonna get rid of that $20 million salary, which you can probably pay someone that. Get more production. Yeah. So Emmanuel Ogbah, a decent signing. I like the contract. It's not a overly heavy contract, and it's one where they think he's actually still getting better. And if you actually look at his stats, he is. So, maybe that's also partly due to the Miami defense kind of having a little bit of a turnaround. So, number 10 free agent on the list today is going to be Brandon Scherff. 30 years old. What was he? A former Commander, I believe. Yep, he was played for Washington. Okay. So he's leaving Washington to go to Jacksonville on a 3-year, $49.5 million with $30 million guaranteed. That is going to be a big number, which he kind of deserves it from my understanding. He's been a very good player and just a good teammate from what I've heard. Let's take a look here at the guy. I mean, and he's definitely going to be a great addition for that team. You got to protect your franchise quarterback when you get them. 7 years in the league, 6'5", 315. Let's take a look here. So overall, 73.6 performance. Of course, it doesn't want to tell me how that grades out. Here we are. Oh, that's just a single game. I don't care about the single game. I was hoping to get a PFF grade. Let's see. So his lowest grade season came in 2018 when he earned 72.5 for suffering a season-ending injury. Very healthy. So yeah, definitely been one of the better guards over the years. So Jacksonville made a great signing with that. 3 years, $49.5 million. Let's take a look at the contract. So cap hits of $7 million, $20 million, and $21 million. So this, let's see, what's the dead cap? Ooh, so this is essentially a $2 million deal. So essentially it looks like this is a 2-year deal because dead cap in the first year, $30 million. Dead cap second year, 23.5, while the third year dead cap is only $5 million. So this is essentially a 2-year deal with a lot of the signing bonus looks like put up front. I'm trying to figure out where the frick all the money is. Wow, it's actually just his base salary. lot in base salary, but it's got to be a good bit of it guaranteed. I actually don't know how I feel about this signing. While, of course, a $7 million hit for one of the better nice. PFF was nice enough to give me. There we are. Brandon share. Oop, click the wrong button. So Brandon, lower my views. Graded out as, wow, actually not the best lineman there, but Washington finished as actually the 6th best offensive line in the NFL. Also, all really good run blockers, which you gotta do that to protect your quarterback. You gotta be able to run the ball. So beautiful. Let's see, where's Baltimore? Probably did really bad. Yeah, Kevin Zeitler performed well though. So yeah, I like the signing and I don't because of course. $7 million is a great number. $20 million, though, if he doesn't play as a top 10 guard in the NFL, I think it's not really worth it. If he does, it's great. However, definitely after that 2 years, Brandon's going to be heading back to free agency as a cut more than likely, or a trade. He might end up as potentially a trade as well, but I don't see another team really. Unless guards, all they're really looking for are going to be banking that money. So it looks like 11 through 14 of our free agent list is still going to be available and out there. Let's make sure nothing else is going on in NFL. Titans parting way with Julio. We know that. Okay, nothing big yet. All right. Let's take a look. That's not what I want. All right, number 11 being Odell Beckham. Of course, Odell is thinking about returning to the Los Angeles Rams for another Super Bowl run. Of course, everyone's kind of waiting, though, to see exactly what happens. So we're not really going to talk too much about Odell. Everyone knows Odell. Everyone knows the drama last year with Cleveland. Odell was not the problem. Odell, if you ever see this, which there's like 2,000% you never will, but if you do, you were not the problem. The amount of times you were wide open made your man look silly. Mind-blowing. And as a Ravens fan, I can say this. So I feel for you, Odell. I wish you the best of luck. I wish you a healthy and happy rehab. I hope everything goes well for you, my guy. Number 12, Stephon Gilmore. That page. Need that until later. All right. Stephon Gilmore, of course, the former Patriot that was traded over to the Carolina Panthers last season. Was graded pretty well by PFF last year. Just so they said he never explosively looked the same in the 8 games he played. And then he hurt his groin and, of course, didn't really play the same. This is a tough one. I don't really know where he's going to land. It seems that Nick Shook, an NFL writer, let's see. Odell, LA, Ogba already resigned. Going to the San Francisco 49ers. So they expect him to go to the 49ers. However, Jimmy Garoppolo is kind of holding the entire thing up. His $25 million cap hit is really hurting the Niners, and it seems like they're ready to move on with Trey Lance as their future quarterback. Adding Gilmore definitely would be a huge step in trying to bring that defense back to its prime. Let's see here. Number 13, Dwayne Brown, offensive tackle, formerly of the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, Dwayne Brown, 2017 seemed like the man, and then last year, according to PFF, had one of his worst years ever. Let's check. Where did Seattle rank in offensive line rankings? Not looking good right now. 25th, down one from last year, so they actually got worse. Dwayne Brown, though, graded out 72, so he was still the best offensive lineman. Joe Flacco returned to the Jets on a $3.5 million deal, by the way. Breaking. Not that that's really big news. But Dwayne Brown, 72.0. Next highest teammate was center Ethan Posick at 68. So even though 72 is his lowest he's ever had, still played all right. I can expect him to probably get some good money, somewhere in that $12 to $20 million range based on Brandon Sheriff's contract, graded out basically similar. However, we all know tackle is a premium position in the NFL, while guards aren't valued as much, sadly. So prime fits for him, for Dwayne Brown. Oh, that's a tough one. Looks like he is. They think he might go to the NFC team. Let's take a look where NFL predicts Dwayne Brown to fit. Back with Seattle, which again I could see. Wonder what his previous contract was like. And was he released? Did he run out? What's the dealio? 14 years of experience. He might return to Seattle just to finish his career there, but with Russell Wilson leaving, I could see him leaving. Seems like a pretty reliable starter. Started more than 12 games, almost all but 2 seasons. That's pretty good in my book. Do we have a potential contract for him? I don't think so. Let's see. Dwayne Brown. I do not have a number for him, sadly. That's a little disheartening, but definitely going to get paid. Teams that could use tackle help, again, that are towards the top. I mean, we know the Bengals need a tackle badly, but whether they get one or not, I feel like they're going to go find one in the draft more than likely. Just how Cincinnati does their work. The Chargers could take a swing, but I think they'd probably want someone a little better, not as old. It's going to be a tough one. I wonder if what the Giants have done. Have the Giants done anything. NFC East. That's right. They went and got John Feliciano and Matt Glowinski. So a guard from Buffalo and guard. So for the Colts. So they went and got their guards. They still need a tackle, though, it would seem. With that being said, I mean, Dwayne Brown, I feel like, would be a pretty good choice. Let's go check their offensive line grading for... Yeah, left tackle, Andrew. So they have a pretty decent left tackle. Andrew Thomas played better than it last year, so... They need a right tackle. Nate Solder did not hold up well. It looks like at a 60.2 grade at right tackle. Center played okay. So those guards are really going to be the thing. They need a right tackle, though. A lot of options in the draft as well. So we'll see how that one goes. Jameis Winston. Honestly, we're not even going to speculate on Jameis. Just developmental and backup quarterbacks just aren't worth my time, in my opinion, right now. Bobby Wagner, 32 years old, still playing elite football. I think he led the team or had a career high in tackles last year, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, there's been a lot of talk about him coming to Baltimore. I think it would be a great fit. Please come on down and see us. Oh, excuse me. Not a career high, but he probably had team high 155 tackles last season. Oh, excuse me. What can I say? We already know Bobby Wagner is a great middle inside linebacker, part of the original Legion of Boom. He's been great. A lot of talk about him coming to LA to play for the Rams or play for the Cowboys. As we said, I don't really want him to go to either. I kind of want him to come play for us, but I understand cap-wise we might not have the ability to really fit him in. Any other teams desperate for... See, the Chargers could use linebacker. They could make a play at that, but they have a good young linebacker, and they play 4-3, so they don't need it. Yeah, Bobby, though, could end up in a lot of different places. I'm sure he's just kind of taking his time, feeling this out, and really enjoying the free agents process. Jadeveon Clowney. I love Jadeveon, but he's so just burst up and down that I kind of think he's never really been worth the amount of money that he's paid. When he's healthy and 100%, he's worth that money. However, just even in college, people weren't sure if he played every down with the intensity that was needed to really be a championship superstar. I hope we keep Calais. I think we're going to kind of stop here for the day. I just got a little bit of a head issue going on my neck and head hurt. And, of course, with no viewers really coming in the past hour. Looks like right after 3:50. So, yeah. We haven't had a viewer in about an hour. I don't really see too much changing. And with that, we're probably going to end the stream for the day. But at least we tried today, right? Right?